Hello, hello. Just checking that the live stream is on. Little tech check before we begin. It's on. Yay! And you can hear me well? Am I echoing? Echoing? Okay, no. Very good. Yay. Oh, yay. I see it now. So how is it now? Am I still audible? There's a lag. Okay, we will figure it out. So I think I'm hearing from that also. So if you, yeah, awesome. Okay, welcome to the free classical drawing atelier. This is your space. This is a safe space to learn classical drawing, live and accessible to all. This is a weekly live stream happening every Thursday, starting today. Yay! So you're here for the launch of it. So every Thursday 9 a.m. PST. If you got my email, within that email I have also mentioned all different time zones because you are a global audience here. So yes. Okay, my name is Ashwini. I am honored to be here with you and draw. Hi Jessica. I'm so glad you're here. So yay. Awesome. You can watch, you can draw along with me. In just 2 minutes, I will walk you through the supplies there. So yes, my name is Ashwini. I am originally an engineer from India, living here in the Pacific Northwest for about 10 years now. I went to art school, I got trained as an artist, and now I teach art. In the parallel universe, I also teach yoga. So if you want to know more about me, my website is there, and also I'll keep sharing this story of transformation of how these three disciplines came together and what what and how these three ideas of yoga and art and engineering inspire me, and hope it will inspire you too, to empower yourself to honor yourself where you are at in your journey and create something that's meaningful to you, that speaks to your heart. Okay. So with that, here we are drawing. This is my little drawing setup. I will switch to the drawing now. Is it visible? I hope it is. Can someone give me a little feedback if my drawing screen is visible? Oh yes, thank you. Okay, so we are drawing a bargue plate. That's the foundation of the classical principle, and I will just share a little bit about that. So bargue is the collection of drawings that are meant to be practiced and train yourself, train your eye, train your hand, train the muscles and learn. So this is the idea to create accuracy, clean lines, practice line quality. So this is created by the French master artist Jean Leon Jerome, and it's the prints of his drawings created by the lithographer Charles Bargue. So we're starting with that. You can be as relaxed, as sincere, just have fun as we do that. So props wise, when I say props, I'm in the yoga world. Material wise, now I'm back into the art world. Okay, so material wise, these are my pencils. All you need is a pencil, it's your tool. These are nice and sharp, and perhaps a tutorial on how to do this. It'll be fun. So for now, all you need is just one pencil, any pencil. I have a range here. This is a 2H pencil. So H denotes the hardness of the pencil. Pencil is what? Graphite mixed with clay as a binder to create this beautiful core, and it's surrounded by the awesome wood that it holds. So with that idea, H is harder. So if you are making a mark on the paper, so here I have a rough paper, I'll make a mark here. So this mark is pretty light because the pencil is hard. Whereas then I have a B pencil. B is how black. So B is going to be softer and deeper and darker. So now I'm making a mark with B. I'm not pressing any harder on this B pencil. It's just the nature of the pencil that it's deeper. Now for a fun fact, I have a 6H. Where am I? Okay. 6H is going to be even harder and even lighter in that context. So that's my 6H. And again, I'm not pressing any hard. I also have a B, that is the black, and this is going to be deeper. So with that context, I mean, it can take one full lesson of doing this, and we have 30 minutes to start with the first eye on the bark plate. So I would just start drawing. Yeah. Okay, a little camera adjustment there. Okay, and I'm ready to draw. If you're enjoying the painting behind me, it's in progress. That's my self-portrait with a bird. I'm a bird. I love birds. Love birds. And I love painting birds, flowers, and faces. Okay, I'm just trying to see which pencil will look better on camera as I draw this. As much I want to do an H, because for the initial marks, as light as you can go, they will be easy to erase. And also you can have an eraser. This is a kneaded eraser that you can literally knead it. It can be a nice exercise for your hand, while drawing. Your muscles are tight, so suppose you can just give your muscles a little relaxation by kneading it. The idea with the kneaded eraser, that it can erase nicely and it's like self-cleaning. As you knead it, all that material from your pencil that got onto this eraser itself cleans. You know how white erasers can get all all contaminated with the pencil, so this solves that problem there. Okay, what else? So this is the bark plate, the reference I shared with you. It's in the description. So we will go step by step. No rush, simple angles. We will practice this. The first eye. This is an eye that will help you to see like an artist. How's that? Okay, so I will keep it here. Like that. I also have my rough paper. So the rough paper is for different demonstrations of. Okay, so I'll start with an HB. HB is the combination of hard and black, and I'll just double check how it shows up on camera, and if it does not, then yes, I will switch. Let's see, can we get closer? Zoom in. Yes, we can. There we go. Slightly over. Awesome. Love that. Okay. How to hold a pencil. we start with the basics, and everyone is a beginner at some point. So honor that journey. You don't have to be afraid and ashamed of your being a beginner. It's beautiful. So be a beginner. It's okay. How do you hold a pencil? This can be a writing grip. It's called the tripod grip, as if you're writing. I'm writing my name, Ashwini. This gives more control over your drawing. At the same time, you're only using your knuckles here. The movement, notice the movement is happening at the knuckles, at max at the wrist. So, if you have ever conducted an orchestra, if you haven't, the other grip is this classical way of holding the pencil. At the bottom of the pencil, your first three fingers, the first finger, middle finger, and ring finger, lightly holding. The thumb is wrapping around, and the pinky finger, the little finger, the knuckle, either the first knuckle or the second knuckle of that pinky is resting on the paper, so it gives you grounding and stability as your pencil dances across. So that's the way to hold the pencil, and you can practice drawing straight lines using that grip. And this grip moves. You can practice using drawing horizontal lines, circles. And now, and I just switched to the tripod. Okay, so that's your grip. This gives you more movement there. With that, let's begin drawing. Allow me to adjust this a little. One sec, just one sec. Breathe in between. Meanwhile, these are opportunities to just be aware of your breath, bringing in a little yoga wisdom here. Drawing, as intimidated it can be enjoyed. The process, there are stages of the drawing and the painting that go through perhaps not so fun direction, and it's okay. The reason I wanted to do that is my eye is now in line with this area here. So there was an intention for that move. All right, let's begin. So with this first Bargue drawing, first of all, big smile, because if you're doing this for the first time, wow. I'm just taking this orange pencil so you can see. Essentially, you find, so as you can notice, there is this horizontal line and a vertical line. Trust me, this is how the old masters got trained. At the same time, the reason for that, it allows you to see the distribution of the shapes. It allows to see the area that carries more weight. The area, for example, this quadrant here, it carries more data, while this quadrant here, it carries less data, just one line and this teeny tiny angle. But at the same time, this beautiful distribution is a way to look at the composition, its dynamism. Okay, so with that intention, you can also have this is like a plus sign, these two lines. I have it here on my actual paper. This is done with the 6H, so it's not as visible, but it's there for me as a guideline. At the same time, I will mark the topmost part of this composition. I don't want to see this eye as an eye. Why? How cool. Because then my mind will be focused on, oh, the eye should be like that, because I have seen the eye so many times, my own eyes and people's eyes, and then you just keep seeing eyes all over the place. So I want to look at this eye as an abstraction, and it's okay in the beginning to see an eye as an eye, because that's what is information mapped onto your brain, right? So it's okay. Anything is fine. No right or wrong. So I'm marking the topmost and the bottommost of this design. Yeah, this composition, and the side to side. So this is the left and this is the right area. So let's just have that information. that top, and I will mark that bottom, the top to bottom, and side to side. And again, you can be as organic, you don't have to be confined inside this little box. This is just a way to keep train. Now this goes, is this aligning? So this is called a plumb line. Let me change the pencil. So the plumb line, I'll just drop a straight line from this point down and see how far something is. And it's okay, it's like, as long as it's not totally outside, it's not here, it's fine. So that's my top, bottom, side to side. Okay. Even when I'm holding tripod grip, I'm holding the pencil at the back. This is a part of practice. It's okay, take your time, no rush. Okay, no shortcuts, but no rush. Just enjoy the process. Any narratives that are present in your mind, hear it, keep drawing. Now I go finding, well, does something look off? It does. This side to side that I marked, now it just got like super wide. Yeah, it's got super wide. So I'll just come in. That's where having straight lines help me. What's this? This also comes in slightly. So suppose I were to draw, see, even I'm navigating, I were to draw like a rectangle. This is how the rectangle would look like. And what I did was a box. And it's okay. Just shift that, adjust that. So throughout the process, you'll see me do that as well. So now that shifts my top over here and the side over here. Okay, so you just noticed me. Now I take my kneaded eraser and clean up the lines that I no longer need, that were not proportionate. Okay. Okay, this one as well. So once I have these markings, see if I can get closer even further. Once I have these markings, now I find the envelope. So an envelope or envelope, it's fine, like, yeah. So find that envelope or envelope that is a larger, breezier movement. For example, from this is the angle. Again, I'm drawing angles. For example, if this is a clock on my rough paper here, I will check this angle. What time is this angle? I have 12 o'clock, 3, 6, 9. So this looks like 10:25. So that line is 10:25. And now as soon as I put that, well, that could be slightly okay, I'll keep arranging. I go over to the other side across here and find this connection of that envelope, the top connection. Again, this is an abstraction. I'm not like going right away into and then I'll also find this breezy, beautiful long lines. And here it's anyway straight. So looks like I could just go more like this. So I'm navigating, I'm navigating this. That's my envelope or envelope. So as I come from India, I speak 4 languages. No, I know 4 languages. I speak 3 of them and teach 1 of them. So, so English was something, it wasn't a spoken language for me, it was more like a subject that I studied, but I loved it. I loved writing in English. My mother tongue is Marathi, as I come from the west central part, Maharashtra state. So Marathi and Hindi, I can speak Hindi. I love speaking Hindi as the national language. So anyway, the point was, if I say envelope, that's the Ashwini from India. And if I say envelope, I am in the Pacific Northwest. Okay, with that, that's my, it's like a parallelogram and trapezoid. So you can see that my lines are again pretty straight. So, as I see this eye, there is a bowing line or bowing, bow and arrow. Okay, let me see English. I try my best. So that's the bow and arrow. So what I meant was, it's the line, it's curving, it's bowing like a bow and arrow. Okay, I'll work on that. So for now, back to drawing. I might be tempted to just like, oh yeah, this is an eye, an eye, an eye. Nothing wrong with that. So that's where, training to see the proportions and the abstraction is helpful. Okay, moving on. So since today I was doing the tech check, perhaps we might go over 30 minutes, so extra 10 minutes. And I'll have some time for chat and Q&A and all of that fun stuff. I'm drawing, I'm here, I'm happy to be here. Okay, so continue constructing. Now as I have these lines, I'll just ghost them down, so I still have them. So that's where your kneaded eraser is such an asset that you can just roll it as a nice cylinder and roll over this to soften it, ghost it down so everything is there, visible to you, all that construction, all that architecture. As you build a building, skyscraper buildings, there is a deep work inside the ground that happens before. So they dig inside the ground before reaching to the sky. So this is all that groundwork. It will keep your eye grounded into structure, into accuracy, into proportions. Okay, what next? Now I have to make a choice and a decision, and I want that to be as empowered. Yeah. So I'll find what is the longest line that intersects all of these 4 quadrants. So I see that this here, the front of the eye, is that I found my line. So it starts at the top and it all the way goes down to the bottom, and it's at angle. It's like this angle. And on our clock, again, what time is it? Okay, let's see. And in the beginning, it can be as at the ballpark. Yeah, it's okay. I'm making that line. Oh, yay! All of that within this beautiful, hybrid of parallelogram and rhombus and trapezoid and all of that. Now, once I found that line, then I find my triangle. So I'm abstracting this into a triangle. So this line was, let's see, can be a little more concise here. Oh, that's fine, that's fine. I find that triangle. You can just listen to some music, podcast. So in drawing, essentially, as creative, okay, that was it. See, I found that triangle. Um, in drawing, perhaps there can be this idea of, or rather, creativity, that it's a right brain. We are meant to work with both the brains, left and right. So, analysis, what it's happening is analysis. And this analysis doesn't have to be like, oh, so analytical that I lose the joy of actual drawing. It's okay, you can be as analytical, as at ease. Breathe while you do this. So now I found this triangle. I want to now start getting inside. So I'm working from general to specific. There can be, let me just clean this up. So the bow, the smile, just like the smiley face, have a smile on your face as you draw. Relax your facial muscles. It'll relax your mind. Okay. Close up. Woohoo, because we're going inside the details. When I say details, see, there are no eyelashes. This eye, like, not eyelashes like that. It's the structure of that eye, because it's the whole eye socket area that we're talking about, not just the tiny little eyelashes happening here. But this is where the cheekbone comes in. This is where it connects to the forehead, connects to the nose. So see, all these connections without even providing full information are present. The connection to the nose and the cheek and the forehead. How beautiful. Okay, I erase the space. What do I do next? A little happy dance and a happy drawing. Some lines. So general to specific. And start constructing, just start constructing. Oh yeah, here I cleaned up the space to show you something. So there's another way to go about this. Just like a flower develops, if you've noticed, a sunflower, it develops from inside out. So you can also start going from inside out. Whereas the way I began here was from outside in, more a structural idea. So this is the rough of how you can go about from inside out. More freeing, more organic. Anyway, so it's like your way. Whatever works, try that. Run your experiments. Okay? So I will now actually go about that inside out idea here. I still have these markers of the quadrants. Let me see. Something I need as a ground that really connects. Let's see. I'll go for this angle. Before making a mark, before committing to that mark, I do an imitation, like a mock of that mark. Tell me what time this is with this line here. Okay. So on our clock, what time this is? This is also an opportunity to practice your line quality. Now, as I'm making those lines, I need something. So breather and a little search around the studio for that little something. Another breather as I keep finding it. I'm right here, I haven't left. Don't worry. Deep breaths. Okay, it has to be on this easel. Oh yay, found it. Eureka. I found my awesome tool. This is an eraser. It's like a pen eraser, when you're drawing and have these multiple lines, you can simply clean up the line using this eraser. All these supplies, I'll just link them so you have them, or you can also use this pencil eraser. So magical. This is a pencil, but it's an eraser pencil. Okay, so that's how you can keep your drawings clean. And this pencil also has like a little brush. Okay, moving on. I found something that will ground, and I find that angle. And it's okay to commit, it's okay even if it's wrong. It's okay. You have something on the paper to work with, so it's just okay to commit. So, and even if you're afraid to just draw, don't worry, you won't ruin your drawing. You can just make another drawing. The drawing will be happy that you're doing it. Yay, I am getting an eye. So you may notice here this line here is going slightly up and then it comes down, but I'm making it more generic, more of a generic shape. Let's see again. There is a connection. Beautiful. Every now and then give yourself that little praise. Think of yourself as that little child attempting something for the first time, or even the 100th time. Even if you attempt it, just praise yourself. Self-compassion and then self-correction. Deep breath, Ashwini. With the triangle. So now I'm just going organically what comes naturally to me. If I notice, like, energetically, I feel like, oh, there's so much information here in this quadrant, and if I start putting it, and everything will be ruined. No. Okay, breathe in, find something that's like as simple and work on that. Build your confidence and go back to tackle the other challenge that you feel challenged with. So a challenge is an opportunity to grow. Okay, that's good. Now it's an opportunity for me to let go of this Is it? I often tell my students that what you're drawing is a response to what you observe, and everything is there. I have an idea of. Okay, so what you draw, what you put on paper as a mark, is a response. What is that response? Is it an emotional response about something like, oh no, I cannot draw? Or is it, and then you not feel good about it, all of that fun stuff? Or is it, where am I here? So this goes slightly in. I just have to start somewhere. Okay, so response. Or is it a response about what time is it on this angle line? Yeah. So when you ask yourself these technical questions of, oh yeah, what time is it? What is this angle that this line is making? How far is this line from this area? This is the response, that's the response. Might have to shift that. Let's see, I'll find that angle. Slightly over. So I just move it slightly over. Clean up that line. Where's my eraser? Anyway, looks like I'm gonna need more time. I'm here, I'm drawing. You folks are welcome to stay. I honor your autonomy. So if you have things, commitments, please continue. If you're on the mailing list, I will share the recording with you. Okay, just moved it slightly over. It's time to clean all of this. Anything that's no longer serving me. When it's served, it's served. When it's time to move on, it's time to move on into the new. Okay, I feel like I can go slightly higher with the camera so you get to see the full view. Close up, close up. Okay, breathe, 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 breathe. Something is happening. I'm still working with this area, not sure what's happening here. So I have some information in all these quadrants. Perhaps, these are just lines, and make them how far this. You can also measure with your pencil, like for example with your thumb and pencil, like tip of the pencil, like this is this much, this is slightly wider than that, and it stays in that proportion. This much and this much and a little more, so I may have gotten slightly over. All these techniques just help you. Oh no, actually pretty good. Here and here. Let's just add it. What's going to happen, right? Like, why are we so afraid of drawing? What's going to happen? The line, it will be totally out of proportion. It won't look exactly as this. Fine. Like, it's fine. Yeah. No pressure. Like, what is the worst thing that can happen? You have to redo this and go through the mental, emotional turmoil of, oh no, I wish I could draw better. But then with every drawing, so now I'm just, every drawing that you do, like fear, what are you fearful? Just check in. It's reflective, drawing is a process that's reflective, that's it helps you learn about yourself. So in yoga philosophy, there's a term called swadhyaya. Swa as in the self. Oh, the fourth language is Sanskrit. There we go. Swa is the self. Adhyaya, study. Anything you do in life, everything you do in life, it's a self-study. What's your response? Is that a reaction or a response? When you're drawing, is that a reaction? And it's okay. Again, give yourself grace to feel all those emotions. So when I first, as an engineer, oh yeah, I promised I'll share the story. As an engineer, I came here and life had other plans, and I was like, okay, life, I love you. I will go with the flow. This may have come out from the center line. Here, okay. So my side to side that I started with slightly came in right there. This will change the whole thing. See how I'm building up. No filters. There's no shortcut like that. It's when you draw, it just shows like it's right there. No time to. So if this came in, let's see again. Okay, if this came in, everything else will move too. Why not? Let's move. So that's why having straight lines are helpful, because you can just move that line. So this line came in. I'm going more precise, and it's fun. It's a process. I'm not a drawing factory that it just is. That's why having lighter pencils is useful, because then you don't have marks that are showing on your drawing. That's absolutely fine. I give myself permission to be okay with that mark. Even in life, like how you were 2 years back, priorities might have shifted, new perspectives. But that was the journey. That's the journey. So love that journey. Journey is beautiful. Everything is moving now. See that? Okay, I might take 15 more minutes, or might be here full day. It's like a 24-hour long, and I have to eat and sleep, so So the point of this whole process is that I'm not rushing. I don't want to rush. Somehow, this was aligned. Magic. It can also be helpful that you are turning this upside down and working it upside down, so to get your proportions. Let's see. Okay, I have to deal with this no matter what. But now with all these, I have generated a bit of confidence in my own ability to draw. So you keep developing and building that ability. I'm just checking how far this. Almost like halfway point here. Okay, what is this angle? So see, if I elongate this line here, this interacts, it connects. Since I'm drawing so immersed into this experience right now that I may not see the chat, but I promise I'll see the chat. And if I missed your question and you're not here, trust me, I'll reach out to you personally and say hi and answer your question. Extension. So if you're making lines that are like, oh, I'm hesitant, like this sketchy line, so I'm now on my rough paper. So think about line as energy, as extension from your heart to your hand. So you can have that line as breezy, easy. Take your time to practice these lines. Okay, moving on. Now I forgot I put this or this. Funny. It's fun. Let's see. Just give myself something to work with, and then I can move it. Where something. Oh, look at that. This is the center point, and it aligns, That's the universe. Things align. And now I lost my center point. Oh, yes. Okay, so alignment is what we are looking. So you look at drawings and paintings that you love, that make your heart sing. What's that like ask yourself, swadhyaya, self-study, ask yourself, what is that resonates with you? What is that aligns? Yeah. Oh, when I look at my screen, it makes me happy because something is happening. Yay! Okay, spread joy. Now I'll start going super precise here. What was more general? Something I'm looking at is this space here. Space here. Let's see. Have these moments, sometimes moments of frustration, sometimes moments of fun. Full spectrum of emotions. I'll clean up that line that I added as a space holder in the beginning. It's such a joy when things emerge out of nowhere and you are the one who's making those things happen. I'll clean up some lines here. I can let's see. Can I let that line go? First of all, we have the angle. So every decision that I'm making, it's a choice. I'm asking myself question, the measurement of that. So now things are oh, actually, that was correct. I need more space here. Oh, okay, never mind. So I'll check this angle. And sometimes things not being as super accurate. It's okay. Yeah. What we stress on, just look back in your life what you stressed on 2 years back. Is it a source of stress anymore? Might not. And if it is, relax. We evolve. We've evolved to this stage that first line was fine, actually. See, the first choice I made was fine, so no doubt there. Breathing is helpful, always helpful. Please breathe. So, something about, I learned about humpback whales, that they have to teach their children to plan the breaths. And we are like, it's happening, the breath is happening naturally without, even when we are worried about whatever, the breath is happening. Okay, that line was hesitant and it just showed my hesitancy, and it's okay again. Okay, so today's theme, count how many times I said it's okay. Commit, it's okay. In the beginning, that commitment will look like this, or that will look like, okay, you're fully committed. Just make a commitment there. So now I notice that this area is smaller, so and now I'm utilizing my senses. Like when I say senses, so far I had, but I'm like more organic, started to see the distance naturally. So since I'm using that HB pencil, the marks are darker. I recommend you use a 2H pencil. I just wanted to make sure that this is visible on camera. But cleaning up will be an easier task when you use the lighter pencil, such as the 2H. Okay, this line is gone, fully gone. Come on. Line, where are you? Come back. To clean this line up because it was there as an extension. So now at this point, I'll review my drawing from a distance. The reason for watching your drawing from a distance is you get a larger perspective, so you're not into like, oh, this, or more like, okay, this whole. Oh, that was the thing, I needed more space here. See, so just I would just review it. So as promised, looks like these live streams might take 1 hour in the beginning. You know, as I get better in my drawing, I might go faster. Okay, so that's all. I'll clean up areas that's no longer needed. So what paper you use also matters. Clean this up. So I love using a smooth drawing paper. It just gives me a nice. Yeah, I don't use much of the textured paper. This just smooth feeling. It gives me a momentum, more energy to keep my pencils going. So at this point, I'll just share what I would do. I'll take my eraser, I'll ghost it all down. Perhaps let's just do it. Why not? Here, okay, and go over this whole thing. Okay. Take the pencil and reiterate the final drawing. Just based on the ghost of all that construction. Pressure on the pencil still lie. Oh, come on, I don't want to now get into all the angles because I already committed to them. But yeah, sometimes it can feel like, oh, this is off. So when the surface or you are on gets all saturated with the application of the material, you know, it's a calling to pause, to stop and start a new one. Why? Because, you know, even your brain is getting saturated, even the process is getting saturated. So you need a break and then you need a fresh perspective. Something I'll talk about is the line weight. For example, this line is not as dark and deep as all the other lines. It's just a suggestion and a hint of a line there. So line weight will come, you know, it'll as we continue through this series of bar drawing. So imagine how proud and accomplished and satisfied you would be when you complete this whole page of the eyes from this course. I'll also share a PDF of this entire book with you. Oh, this is going up. So even now I'm drawing when I thought it was final. Okay, let's pause here. That's the final thing I would do, and any cleanups. So take this as practice, but a sincere practice, with an intention, with a shared intention to learn the classical. Sorry, the camera is also saturated. With a shared intention to learn the classical realism and the drawing, the way the master artists were trained. And we have, in this internet edge, we have all these opportunities to connect online. So sometimes I do experience getting all, paranoid, and I'm like, oh no, that's off, this is off. It's a signal to stop, to pause. Yeah, that line is, it's got a little deeper in terms of the application of the material. Carefully. And let this be a record of your process, as you will be completing all these eyes on this page. Just you'll enjoy. So for example, you'll just enjoy looking the progress through these and these. Like when you're here, oh where let me go back. So when you are here, you'll be like, oh wow, I have grown, my line quality has changed. So that's the whole idea. Let me bring back my camera, my view here, and show you what we did there. Ta-da! Okay, the first eye. Let me take a moment to thank you with the bottom of my heart, with my core, to be here, for being here and drawing with me with a shared intention. Also check the chat real quick. Yes, it's visible. And Jessica, awesome. Thank you so much. So it's about time we say bye. Next Thursday, same time, same space, different eye drawing. Okay, have your supplies ready with full enthusiasm. Bye. Have a great day. Good night. Take care.